Bossing in PoE 2 is going to be quite hard. If you don't know, we had so many things going on in PoE 1 that were kind of cheesy or deemed unfair. Like you could die and come back in a new portal. You could just cheese the many of the mechanics coming in and out of many portals, and they decided that this is not a good way to deal with the bossing mechanics at all, among other things. So some of the differences of the bosses in PoE 2 are here. If you die while fighting a boss, you restart the zone and must progress through the zone to fight the boss again, from full health. All crowd control mechanics, freeze, stun, immobilize, build up over time, allowing them to work on bosses, if not immediately applied. Enemies and players also gain resistance to crowd control for a duration after being crowd controlled, reducing chain, stun, freeze. You cannot beat stun lock as easily. Reviving the axe will return you to the start of the zone, instead of right at the boss, to prevent corpse rushing. Defeating optional bosses can grant rewards like permanent stats and spirit bonuses. This is a good addition, that's a very good addition. Larger bosses can be more mobile because they have multiple hitboxes, unlike just one in PoE 1. There will be checkpoints before bosses. Teleports are destroyed in both arenas. Logging out returns you to the save state you logged out from. No more logout macros. Dying resets the zone. There will be no death experience penalty in PoE 2 campaign, but if you die on the road, you will only restart from the entrance and all monsters and zone map will be reset. If you die on the boss, you will have full health. Some act bosses will have limited drops, can also be obtained from the map boss version. So these are the general changes that we are going to have from bossing from PoE 1 to PoE 2. Be it that you are an older player, that you came from PoE 1, or you just started the game on PoE 2, you have to be prepared. Bossing will be very interesting, but much harder. And that can generate some frustration, but also it's going to feel very good to defeat the boss. Just like, I don't know, Gael in Dark Souls 3, or similar bosses that are quite hard, but quite fulfilling when you kill them. Now, on Pinnacle bosses, which are the bosses that are like the most difficult content in the game, you have to come across the pillars, the obelisks in the maps. First of all, in the fortress that apparently we are going to explore the fortress, you have to obtain 3 keys to enter. You have to defeat the leaders of each of the 3 factions. Each faction is led by an Uber Act boss. And to defeat the boss in the citadels, you have to defeat the lieutenants, 2 lieutenants, like around the city, apparently. That's going to be like a long way until you get to the Pinnacle boss, which is going to be 6 lieutenants, 3 Uber Act bosses, to get the 3 keys, and then to get to the citadel, right? You cannot fail. You cannot die during defeating the lieutenants or the Uber boss. You are going to move on and move to another place, and you are going to lose the opportunity to get that key. You also have a tree for the Uber bosses. And the trees, it's not revealed, but the trees are going to give you something. More difficulty, giving more rewards. So the trees are just going to be one of the Atlas keys, and that's amazing that you can progress a tree for Uber bosses. Can't wait, man. Can't wait. The rest of the video will stay here for you to see the showcase of the rest of the bosses that I found. I hope that you have enjoyed. Subscribe to help the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.